Okay, let's talk about Mintlayer. I haven't talked about it in ages, but obviously I always listen to your feedback, and a lot of you guys have been asking, what's my stance on Mintlayer now? Because it's something that I've been advocating for a very long while. If you guys remember, the very OGs on my channel will remember that I started sending buy alerts for Mintlayer when we were at these very levels. And to be honest, we've had a massive run up, which in my opinion, people are forgetting that this occurred in a much shorter time frame that people would imagine right now, because you can see that the first big bumps were at the middle of November, and the top that we see here was just in a matter of 2 months straight. So from middle November to mid January, the price, we can make the calculation right now, went around 25x from 4 cents to $1. That is outrageous, right? So likewise, you need to understand that to see another parabolic run like that, and perhaps even much bigger, it's not gonna take that long perhaps, but you're gonna have to be willing to see your investment do absolutely nothing or go into a very slow and steady decline with very lower lows and lower highs for a very long while if you're buying the top. And this is why I never recommend people to buy the top. People always want to buy when the grass is green. People always ask me, should I buy now? And they ask me when the price of Mintlayer is $1, when it had already a 25x up in 2 months. Obviously, you're going to have to wait quite a long while to see another run up like that, especially with the market condition that we see as of recent. So what is my stance on it? I remain as bullish as I have been. And if you guys are looking for understanding what Mintlayer is, I'm just going to give you a very brief introduction, because at the end of the day, I've already talked about it. I have another couple of videos that are still valid. Nothing much has really changed. But as a short summary, how would I describe Mintlayer? Mintlayer would be a side chain, a layer 2 scaling solution, scaling Bitcoin with its own side chain, meaning that it's not built on top of Bitcoin. It's another network that aims to scaling Bitcoin and to enabling the Bitcoin ecosystem with a variety of different niches. We've touched AI, we've touched RWA. There's actually plenty of different things. What does this entail when it comes to layer 2 in practice? Enhanced scalability, interoperability, security, and even decentralization. So something that is really for the future of the industry. If you also think about the untapped potential that the Bitcoin scaler solutions have in the market, honestly, if you don't understand this, I don't know what to tell you, because it's 0.1% of Bitcoin value, whereas if we see the same exact thing for Ethereum is 10%, and the market cap of Bitcoin is 3 times larger than Ethereum. And by the way, this was before Ethereum dropped significantly in price, so it's probably more something like 4 or 5. I haven't checked right now personally, but obviously this still stands. The offer of Mintlayer is also expanding quite rapidly. They're gonna have Atomic DeFi, a new project built on the Mintlayer ecosystem. So this is anything but a side chain. If you want to research this a little more, feel free to do so. They have another social media page, obviously. And if you've been in my group, if you've been even following my YouTube channel for a while, you probably would have been participating to the airdrop. In fact, we've participated to the airdrop, and we're gonna get a massive airdrop at TG as part of our portfolio Mintlayer, because you just had to stake it really, and you would have been assigned a very chunky airdrop, which is a big deal. Atomic DeFi is also gonna come with a big bunch of offering, because it's gonna enable DeFi, decentralized exchanges, a launchpad, and even a hot wallet, a variety of different things all into this. Obviously, the team is pretty much the same of the one of Mintlayer, so very reputable people in the industry, massive partners as well. And obviously it's partnered by Mintlayer because it's built on the Mintlayer ecosystem. This is going to be the first and probably the first one of a long series of projects built on Mintlayer that, in my opinion, are going to be enabling Mintlayer to become a $1 billion+ project. Also, if we see all the partnership that Mintlayer has been able to achieve over the last few months, there's a big chunk of partnerships. There's huge partners right here. We see Orange Layer, we've seen Tectum before, we've seen a variety of different actors into the gaming sphere, into the AI, into RWA. You can see that there's actually utility into this project. There's a big connection with other big actors in the sphere. If you guys know my channel, I'm super bullish on Tectum and I'm super bullish on Mintlayer. So these projects being partnered together really go hand in hand, and there is very little of a downside that I could say into buy Mintlayer, especially at these very levels of market cap. We are right now sitting around 15 million in market cap, something between 15 to 20 million. Don't look at the number of coin market cap because it's actually wrong. But if you see the exchange listing situation where all your Maxi, Big Get, BingX, there's very few exchanges that you can trade Mintlayer on. And obviously one of the main things that I preach on this channel is to buy before the big exchanges come into the equation, before Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. You want to buy before so that they actually pump exponentially when they're listed. And as an early investor, you're going to be rewarded for buying such a high risk investment, as somebody would put it. If you see on a pure technical analysis perspective, obviously I've done a full breakdown for the entry and for what I see into my private group. So you're going to have to join my private group for that. But I can tell you that in a nutshell, I remain very bullish at these prices. We've already seen a very decent bounce back, around 2x from the very lows, whereas Bitcoin is not really doing much. Yes, it went to 60K, but then it dropped again. And despite the fact that it dropped again below 60K threshold, Mintlayer still was one of the top performing altcoins in the market. And the fact that it's right now only at 20 million in market with something that should probably go towards the 1 billion, just made a calculation. It would even be a 50x to reach the 1 billion. And I do foresee this to go towards the multiple billions into market cap. Also, a very common critique that I've received into this, which I really want to go through it, is the vesting schedule and the tokenomics. Oh, but Mintlayer is so centralized, bro. Nobody gives a fuck. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. It doesn't matter. Look at this. Company research, seed round, none of this matters. The only thing that matters is the dilution. So the amount of circulating supply that is right now circulating into the market and the circulating supply that we're going to achieve whenever you want to get the red or DCA out of this investment. I don't really care that there's unlocks in 3 days. I don't care about this at all. I care about the circulating supply. Right now we are 58%. So let's say that we have a big top in Q1 next year and I sell everything in February. The circulating supply goes from 58 to 68%. That is less than 20% of token dilution. So I don't really care what anyone tells me about the dilution of the project, what anyone tells me about the tokenomics. There's less than 20% dilution when the majority of you guys dropping comments on my videos and investing into projects that are even having a 20x dilution in less than 1 year. So that is pretty outrageous to me, and I don't care. This looks actually really good because the tokens are locked. All of these massive whales that we're going to see that are primarily institutions and angel investors, they're really not going to get all of their tokens immediately. So obviously they're going to take profits whenever they see an unlock, but it doesn't really matter for the health of the project, especially if you have some knowledge when it comes to investing, because obviously you're not going to buy now to sell when it's 100% of tokens in circulation. I think that you know better, and because of that, thinking and worrying about dilution doesn't make any sort of sense at all. There's not a lot of tokens that are going to be diluted. So given all of this, good dilution tokenomics, good exchange listing situation, because there's going to be a lot of catalyst events, a new catalyst that we're going to see probably with Bitcoin reaching to an all-time high, and also with the increased volume when it comes to Bitcoin, the influx of the ETFs that is going to get harder and harder, especially when the altcoin season comes around and the Bitcoin dominance coming down, altcoin season coming in full swing, probably between October and November this year. Then there's very few reasons why I would be bearish on Mintlayer, if any, and I remain super bullish. So to all the people that have been wondering how my stance in Mintlayer has changed, it hasn't changed a single bit, and I remain super bullish on it, and I look forward to make and print millionaires in my VIP group that actually have been following this trade for very ground up. I thank you so much for watching this video. If you're looking to follow my trades, get yourself set up with your portfolio, participate to private sales, access my VIP courses, everything is accessible to my private group. So I would definitely encourage you to check it out, because you might have this once in a lifetime opportunity, this bull cycle, to escape the 9 to 5, to change your life, to set yourself financially free. So don't waste it. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.